Hello survivors, welcome to a brand new Zero to Hero video. Today we're going to be talking about runes, where you find them, what they're for, what the best ones to unlock and to use for runs majority of the time. Every rune has its purpose and you don't have to use every single one of them, but it's always fun to try and mess around with them and play and do stupid things with them, which is actually what I like to do. But anyway, what we are going to talk about is the ones that you should unlock because they are really like the bread and butter of majority of builds. You are going to always use one of these runes in your build regardless of what you're playing. A good example is going to be like Synergetic, an extremely powerful rune that you want to unlock. If you don't have it unlocked and you click on the rune, it actually tells you how to unlock it. So it's either going to tell you it's an achievement. Do I have any over here that require achievements actually? I should have one. Yeah, I do actually. There's an achievement one here. So this is required the achievement winner match in the cursed tiers up to 6 enabled on Caves of Del Zog. What that means is if I went to the Caves of Del Zog, I need to beat this. Now I have to have a tick on all of the curses up to curse 6 as well as curse 6, and then we're going to be good to go to then unlock this rune. So we'll do that in the future, but that was just an example. So now if I click fight, beat the round, we'll unlock that rune for you. So that's actually a very powerful one, but was a good example as well. It's an achievement, which means that it is something that you can unlock via doing something specific in the game, where majority of them aren't achievements. They just require you to unlock them in the character skill trees, like over here. In the barbarian, we got 4 more skill points. As soon as I put points into the skill tree, I don't think we have enough. No, we don't. So that didn't actually help us. That was more waste of resources than anything else. Let's see. Here we go. Our Legionnaire's got quite a lot. We've unlocked all of his. Handmaster, we have unlocked 2 of them. Okay, here's one. So let's go with the Handmaster and just quickly upgrade more of the skill tree. As we put more points into the skill tree, you'll notice this one part, it will eventually, there we go. And then we've got amplified power now, which we can then unlock. And we also got this important rune over here. Upgrade, which affects all characters. Now they gain increased movement speed for every single character. So that works that way. We just unlocked a new rune, which was from his skill tree. And then there's a lot of them that you can unlock via a different character skill trees. Anyway, back onto the most important runes that you want to try and unlock. Okay, so there's different categories. There's categories between like fun, there's categories between what are powerful, and then there's categories between like what you want to actually use to farm with. So let's start with the farming ones. The most important ones are going to be artist training, material harvest, and efficient extraction. This is for prestige farming. These are for material farming. Just something to notice, material harvest over here does not give you reagents, so the boss drop stuff. So it says here you gain random minerals and gems from collecting major soulstones. That means that you're going to grab any of these things. So if you click on materials, you can see these are called reagents, where these are called minerals, and these are gems, obviously diamonds and so on and so forth. So these are the gems and minerals. Materials. The material harvest does not give you the boss specific drops, so reagents are not affected by that, so do keep that in mind with that. Efficient extraction, I got to double check, but from what it says, it increases the amount of materials. Reagents are materials, so it should increase the amount collected as well. But got to double check that. Don't take my word for it just yet. I'll let you know down in the description whether or not it does work on the reagents or not. Then we've got, for just your basic build, something to help you while you're leveling, some really good runes that are out there. We've got multicast mastery, we've got dash mastery, sure-footed, and then weapon expert and reroll mastery. They're not really difficult to unlock. Reroll mastery takes a little bit of defeating enemies to unlock. Again, if you just click on it, it will tell you the achievements you need to get them, or you can check the achievement panel. I've already done it, so it's already unlocked. But like here, reach level 70 in a single match for weapon expert, reach level 65 for sure-footed. We get synergetic for completing endless mode cycle 3, a very important one as well. Where's the other one that we were looking at? Dash Mastery for completing up to Curse 2 on the Frozen Wastelands. And then reroll masteries, eliminate 500 Lords of the Void, which we want to do anyway because they're going to drop you the Soulstones, the major Soulstones that you need to unlock the skill tree upgrades and things like that. So very good, very nice little runes. Now into more major runes that you're going to use for the rest of your life while you're playing the game. Arduous Tactics, this is my new bread and butter. I always used to run Multicast Mastery, but instead of Multicast Mastery, we use the 2 rune power to always run Advanced Tactics. This is because Brittle is absolutely busted in the game. Brittle increases the damage taken by a flat amount to the bosses. So let's say per stack, it's like 5 extra damage taken. You can get thousands of stacks of Brittle on enemies, and with a 20% chance and each skill going off at like 0. whatever seconds, that's a lot of Brittle and a lot more extra damage. It's just mad. It's insane. It's a beautiful rune to always have on every single build. The next rune is actually, it's a bit of a mixture. You can go Improved Repertory, which is from the Necromancer tree, which increases the amount of skills you have but reduces the damage that you apply. There's always a negative to some of these. So this one you lose, you gain an extra slot but you deal less damage. Focused Mind, you gain less skills, so you get 2 less skill slots, so you can only have 4 skills, but you get 70% increased damage. Devastation, you lose 3 skill slots, but you gain Devastating, which means your direct damage caused by the skills multiplied by 3 on critical hits. In Titan Hunt, you can get this times by 3 times every time you defeat a certain Titan, so you can actually go to 9, 27, like a massive amount of damage multiplier using Devastation. And then there's also Synergetic over here, which increases the synergy chance for upgrades like skill chains, skill effects like your Hypothermia, which is burn to slow, or slow to disarray. Instead of a 50% chance of having slow to disarray, there's a 75% chance if you have this rune, so it's very helpful for things like that. And then you've also got Divine Legacy, which is also bread and butter. I'm always using if you have magical or physical tags in builds or specific skills like minions, and you want to increase the amount of minions you have, then you take Divine Legacy. Every 25 levels, there's a chance you're going to get a +2 to your minion skill. So very, very powerful rune, especially for minion builds. Another 2 powerful runes which I haven't unlocked yet, which are part of the Machinist, like Advanced Tactics, is the Elemental Power over here and the Efficiency Focus. Now, especially for your Electrified Radiance builds, this is extremely powerful. You require 4 less stacks for Radiance and Electrified, Icy Vents and Ammunition. I need to speak to the developer. Purity should be there as well, but it isn't, but that's another whole topic. And then we've got Elemental Power, which increases the damage. This is a multiplicative increase by 200%. So you gain the Electrified, Icy Veins, and Radiance. Again, Purity should be there, and you get 200% increased or multiplicative damage to those power-ups. So this with Radiance is absolutely bonkers, and I think it could be quite fun with your what do we call it, Purity as well, if it gets added to that. But anyway, another nice one which I did skip over is actually Death's Touch. Now, Poison is a very, very strong negative effect in the game. An easy way to get it is a lot of characters, if you look at the details, they do not have nature. So let's say I wanted to have Paladin applying Brittle, or Paladin applying, he's got Arcane Beam, but besides for that, let's say I didn't want to play these skills. I wanted to play something silly like a Holy Beam or a Holy Only skill, but I also wanted to apply Poison. Then you can just grab this, and because it is a source of poison, so all of it, there's a chance that your skills can, after killing an enemy, they explode. Applying Poison, that means you now have a source of poison, which means that now you are going to see those skills have a chance to apply poison on hit cards, and then after you gain that, you've got that chance. And this can actually do some decent damage to your enemies and things like that. So very, very powerful rune as well, especially if you don't have access to poison but you want to have poison. So very good there. Otherwise, yeah, that's pretty much all of them. The rest of them are all very, very situational. Having an increased revive. These are also very niche ones. There are some really good ones in here. I mean, this one's a really funny one to play with. The overwhelming corruption is also, chaos is also a pretty interesting one to play with. But besides for that, that's going to be like your bread and butter. They're probably the most important ones to look for. The rest of them are all niche. You're going to unlock all of them as you play anyway. Battle proficiency, also a very strong one. But yeah, I hope that helps you at least a little bit to understand, these are going to be your bread and butter runes, why you're going to be using them, what you use them for, and so on and so forth. Let me know down in the comment section what you think about it, what's your favorite rune in the game. Currently mine is the brittle one, the advanced tactics. Let me know what your one is. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, hope you learned something, and always remember, keep safe survivors. Until next time, cheers.